And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
McAdoo misses.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Back to Feried.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon. It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Foy. Offensive rebound. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Greg, as you said, the NBA schedule was something that needed change. Players were getting worn out with all the back-to-back games, Clark. It's you've been through it and you know firsthand.
And it's not just the back-to-back games, Kevin. It's the 4 games in 5 nights or the 7 in 10 days. The league office knows the NBA is at their best when teams are rested. And kudos to the league for doing something about it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Feeds it to Feried. He kicks it to Moutier. Clock at 6. Feried the pass to Chandler, and the rejection by Ezeli. And Barbosa has it in the corner, launches it. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds now in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Moutier dishes to Feried. Out to Gallinari, takes a 3. The shot misses, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. The pass to Ezeli. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow. Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Feried outside, and stolen by McAdoo. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Feried down low. He's against Ezeli. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And he uses both hands to jam it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 assists.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Here's Barbosa. Use that pick to get in close.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Chandler throws it down.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Warriors in Oakland.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
It's deflected. Here is Livingston.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Feried outside. Over in the corner, Foy. Stolen by Barbosa. Here is Livingston. Kicks it to McAdoo. The 11-footer again, Golden State. Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
Pass to Moutier. Back to Feried. Denver passing it around. Count the bucket.
Wilson Chandler.
And that's now 8 points for Wilson Chandler. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Livingston kicks to Ezeli. Here's Barbosa. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid G draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And they get it back.
Well, Festus Ezeli in this one, he's got 10 rebounds and a block. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
And this is what we see when we talk about potential. He's tapped into it today, guys.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
There's Foy with the 3. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Iguodala's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Feried goes in. Here's Chandler, and it's blocked.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Moutier.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, he picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. And Feried comes to help. Barbosa passes to McAdoo. The feed to Livingston. Ezeli dishes to Livingston. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Nice shot by McAdoo.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Livingston passes to McAdoo. Ezeli inside. Gallinari covering, and he lays it straight in. Ezeli's got 8 points in the quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And it's Kenneth Feried with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
What we were talking about max contracts, there are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
Pass to Arthur. Will it go? And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guard.
Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. The dish now to Azili. And he cans it with authority.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound. And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, Kenneth Feried was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it. I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there.
They get it back. Dishes it to Livingston. And McAdoo gets to Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They...
Yes, Kevin here with
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now. I can't. And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new...